हेलो एवरीवन, वेलकम बैक टू माय चैनल। आज हम सीखेंगे एक्सरसाइज 1.1 ऑफ कॉम्प्लेक्स नंबर। सो लेट्स स्टार्ट विद इट। द वेरी फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन ऑफ दिस एक्सरसाइज इज रूट ऑफ माइनस 16 प्लस 3 रूट 25 प्लस रूट ऑफ माइनस 36 minus of root of 625. As we know, we are into complex number. Root of I is equivalent to root of minus 1. We should also know value of I square as it is minus root of minus 1 into root of minus 1, that gives directly I square. This you have to keep in mind. As we have done in the previous video, we have seen powers of I to any power, how we can easily find that. After that we have got value of I raised to 3, that gives you minus I. This is minus 1. This is minus 1. I square ka value is minus 1. I raised to 3 is minus I. And the last is I raised to 4. Only these 4 values we have to keep in mind. And then I to higher power, I to 1001. We can solve it within fraction of seconds as we have seen in the previous video. So we'll start with the very first question. Square root of minus 16. It can be represented as 16 into minus 1 plus 3 root 25. It can be root of 25, we can write 5 plus root of minus 36. So we can write 36 into minus 1 and again minus of root of minus 625. So we can write it as 625 into minus 1. If we move further, we can break into this two part. Root of 16 into root of minus 1 plus this gives us 15. This gives us root of 36 into root of minus 1 minus of root of 625 into root of minus 1. So as we know, root of minus 1 is I. So this gives us 16. Root of 16 is 4. So this becomes 4I plus 15. Root of 36 is 6. Root of minus 1 is I minus of 625. Root of 625 is 25. So 25 into I. Now what we need to do? We need to compare, or we have to add like terms. 4i, 6i, that gives you 10i. 10 minus of 25 plus of 10i minus of 25i. This becomes 15 plus 15 minus of 15. This is the simplification for. So this is nothing but a representation of a complex number, that is we have seen as a plus of ib, where a is 15 and b is minus 15. So this is what we have to simplify in the first question. Now moving on to second question, as I have written square root 4 into square root of minus 4 plus 5 into square root of minus 9 minus of 3 into square root of minus 16. So how we can solve square root of negative part? We have to convert it into root of minus 1 and then we need to solve it. So let's start with it. 4 remains as it is. This we can write it as 4 into minus 1 plus 5 as it is root of 9 into minus 1 minus 3 into 16 into root of 16 into minus 1. So 4 into square root of 4 is 2, root of minus 1 is I. So I have written here directly plus 5 into root of 9 is 3, root of minus 1 is I minus of 3 into root of 16 is 4, root of minus 1 is I. So this gives us 8i plus 15i minus of 12i. 8 plus 15, 23i minus of 12i, and this becomes 11i. Now, as we can see here, just we have got imaginary part. So what about the real part? So we can express, if we want to express this value into a complex number, so the expression would be 0 plus 11i. As we have got the answer only 11i, but if we need to write this a plus in the format of a plus ib, so 0 plus 11i is the correct answer. Moving on to the next, moving on to the next solution or the next question. In the next question, we need to find complex conjugate. Complex conjugate. So the complex conjugates are the very first question, 3 plus I. In complex conjugate, what we need to do is we need to just convert or change the sign of imaginary number. So the answer to this question would be 3 minus I. This is the first question. Second question is just 3 minus something. It is printing mistake. So whatsoever ever it may be, consider that 3 minus 7i. So what the answer would be 3 plus 7i. If you consider the third question, minus of 5, minus of root 5, and again root 7i. So what that gives us? Minus 5 remains as it is. Imagine a number, sign will change. So this gives us root of 7. Consider the fourth example. Fourth example, minus of root of minus 5. So how we can express minus of root of minus 5 is 5 into minus 1. So if you solve further, minus remains as it is. This gives us root of 5 into root of minus 1. What about root of minus 1? Root of minus 1 is I. So this is imaginary number. If you want to express this into the format of complex number, 0 minus of root 5i. So what we are going to do with this, we have to find complex conjugates. So the answer will be just change the sign of imaginary number. As this is imaginary number, so we can write it as root of 5i. So this is answer. The next question is fifth one, 5i. 5i is the complex conjugate is minus 5i. Sixth one, we got root of 5 minus I. So the answer to this is root of 5 plus I. The next seventh one, root of 2 plus root of 3i. That gives answer as root 2 minus root 3i. Cos theta plus I sin theta. So we just have to change the sign of imaginary number cos theta minus I sin theta. So this we have finished.